Over the next few minutes, we're going to dive into one of the biggest challenges for pretty much any business out there: how to master mass communication. Hi, I'm Maiko, your AI knowledge operator. So glad you're here. All right, let's kick things off with a question that, every growing business hits sooner or later. How in the world do you instantly connect with thousands of people at once? I mean, really think about that. We're talking customers, clients, maybe even your own team. Trying to get the right message to all of them right this second, that's not just a headache. It's a major bottleneck that can seriously slow you down. So what's the fix for that bottleneck? Well, it all boils down to what we call instant mass communication. Let's really dig into what that is and what you can do with it. So the answer? It's a tool like MyOperator Bulk SMS. Seriously, it's built from the ground up to tackle exactly this problem. It lets you send out a huge wave of messages, like instantly. But here's the cool part, the real magic. It's the control. You get to manage everything from one single dashboard. It takes what could be total chaos and makes it simple. And you can use it for so much more than just marketing. Yeah, it's awesome for sending out promos and offers, but think about the day-to-day power here. Sending out those critical transactional alerts like one-time passwords, making sure clients never miss an appointment with a quick reminder, or even getting urgent updates to your entire staff in seconds. It's incredibly versatile. But look, just blasting a message out to thousands of people is only half the story, right? How do you stop it from feeling, cold and robotic? The trick is making every single person feel like you're talking directly to them. Let's see how we can make mass communication feel personal, like a real one-on-one conversation. To pull that off, we first got to understand the two main flavors of messages. You've got your promotional messages. These are your classic marketing campaigns and product updates. Then, on the other side, you've got transactional messages. These are the automated workhorses, the ones that get triggered by something a user does, like an order confirmation or a password reset. So that begs the question, with two totally different kinds of messages, can you really make them all feel personal when you're sending them out at scale? Absolutely, no question. The secret sauce here is using what we call dynamic fields. It's the huge difference between a message that starts with "Dear Customer" and one that says, "Hi, Sarah." You can automatically pop in things like a customer's company name, a specific time for an appointment, or even a unique link just for them. These little automated touches, they make a massive difference in how your message lands. Okay, so you've sent out all your awesome personalized messages. Now what? Well, the real power isn't just in the sending, it's what happens after you hit that button. This is where we get into the brains of the operation: tracking, analyzing, and integrating. The very first thing you get is certainty. No more just sending messages out into the void and hoping for the best. With real-time delivery reports, you know right away if your message actually got there. This isn't just some boring status update. It's immediate feedback that lets you work with total confidence. In that feedback loop is what lets you actually measure your return on investment. You can see delivery rates, you can track open percentages, and, this is the big one, you can see who is clicking on your links. By digging into historical reports, you can start to spot trends and make your next campaign even better. It turns messaging from just broadcasting into a smart tool for figuring out what really works. And this is where things get really, really powerful. Through an API, which is basically like a special bridge that lets different software talk to each other, you can connect this system directly to your own website, your app, or your CRM. Just imagine, a customer signs up on your site. Boom, your system automatically tells MyOperator to send them a personalized welcome SMS. It's completely hands-off, totally seamless, and it engages them at the absolute perfect moment. Of course, when you're dealing with this much data and this much automation, you have to have a rock-solid foundation. And that means focusing on the things that build trust and let you grow without worry. We're talking compliance, security, and scalability. So let's quickly break down these trust factors. First up, compliance. The platform is fully compliant with telecom regulations like TRI and DLT, which for many businesses is non-negotiable. Second, security. All of your contacts, all of your message data, it's all encrypted to keep it safe. And finally, scalability. There is no fixed limit on how many messages you can send, so whether you're sending 100 today or 1 million next month, this system can handle it. And that smart approach extends to how you manage your campaigns too. You can schedule your messages to go out at the absolute perfect time for the biggest impact. You can even slice and dice your contacts into specific groups for more targeted messaging. This means you're not just personalizing the words, you're targeting the right people, which just makes everything more effective. Now, with all this power, you might be thinking it's gotta be complicated to set up, right? But what if I told you you could get started in just a few minutes? This whole thing is designed to be your launchpad for better communication, and it is built for speed. Seriously, launching your very first campaign is just a simple 3-step process. 1. Import your contacts. 2. Create your message template so you can reuse them. And 3. Hit send or schedule it for later. It really is that straightforward. And the best part? You don't have to figure this all out by yourself. There's onboarding support ready to help you with everything from setting up a campaign to navigating some of those tricky DLT registration rules. The key thing to know is that help is there if you need it. You know, the best way to really see how this could work for your business is to just give it a try. You can start with a free trial and test out everything we've covered today: the speed, the personalization, the analytics, the whole shebang. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. With the power to instantly connect, to personalize, and to analyze your communication, how will you use it to grow? I'm Maiko, and it was a real pleasure explaining this with you.